it will be interesting to show how I made my channel cover or like banner. I pretty much do everything myself since I started this channel. I edit everything myself. I film everything myself. I film usually on my phone, whatever phone I have at the time. And I don't know, I always watched YouTubers paying people to like make banners or edit videos for them. And obviously, if there's larger projects, you kind of eventually need help if you're a bigger YouTuber. So for me, doing my small channel, this is not that difficult, especially if I'm just getting into it. But I decided to film me making the banner because it's content and I feel like anybody could do it, honestly, if you're trying to make your own channel or, you know, try out different styles or try out different things. You don't have to pay somebody to do things all the time, like even down to your hair. See. So here I decided to do more of a grid style because I like how that looked in my head. I had like an idea of what I wanted it to look like. And also, I paid attention to how I wanted my banner to look on TVs and desktops and mobile devices. So I made sure to do the main part, which is mobile devices, because most people nowadays watch videos on their phone, or they only have a phone. Like, not everyone has the luxury of having TVs in their room or their house or computers or whatever the case is. So I just try to make sure everybody can see what I'm trying to do properly. So I did the middle part, which is the mobile device part, where it's basically gonna say like, subscribe, share. So what I'm doing is I'm picking out pictures from my camera roll, some of the ones that I liked of me. Obviously, if you have like a niche channel, you can follow that theme, but my channel's pretty much me doing whatever, talking about whatever, so I just made it me. So for the example's sake, grab about 10 to 14 pictures. I picked like, I think 14. I cropped them all down to the same size so I could put them in a grid, and then eventually I did fade the pictures all at once so that the text that I put on top could show. I'm just gonna go ahead and let it get to that part. Now, I took graphic design in high school. I don't know what year it was. I think I was like in junior year, so pretty much almost about to graduate. It was the year before the last year, so yeah, I took that class all no, not all year. I took it last semester of junior year, and it was like the last class of the day, and it was so fun. Everybody had a Mac, and everybody was just pretty much paying attention to the teacher and then doing what she do on the screen, and you do your thing. And so I learned how to use Adobe through that. I learned how to use like some other stuff. Basically, I learned how to do different little things. I used to know how to like do sketches and stuff on top of pictures, so it could kind of be like the drawing, you know, and not some edits that looks like drawings. Anyway, I'm just talking. So that probably ties into why I have a couple little skills, but you could literally like probably YouTube a lot of this stuff that I'm doing. I'm using here a background erasing app, and I googled some logos that I liked. I picked white because it was simple. I tried to make them the same because I didn't want it to be like 2 different logos on my banner. So yeah, background erasing apps. Usually it helps kind of clear away backgrounds of logos or like pictures if you kind of want to edit some things together or like put things on top of things but still see, for example, an item underneath or a picture underneath or a part of it. So that's what I'm doing there. If you can't already find a transparent like PNG or some, you can do that. So I'm just kind of tweaking how I want it to be displayed. Yeah, pretty much that's what I'm doing. I'm playing with different styles and stuff, and then trying to have the opacity not so high on every single thing on the screen because then I feel like it was gonna clash. So here I am trying to make sure they're the same size. Sisters not twins. And now the main reason why I'm really doing this video, and I might make another one like this but showing my face, is because a couple months ago I made a video right quick talking about the different social media accounts that I have and the only ones that I use, because I've been on the internet for some time doing different things, and I decided to kind of make sure people know that I am me. And I'm not going to get into detail about that, but I just wanted to make sure that if somebody's talking to me on the internet or seeing me on the internet, they're going to make sure they're going to be able to tell if it's really me, if I just at least say what my accounts are. Now, after doing that, I was dealing with a lot of moving around and honestly just a lot of bull crap, to be honest. So I lost my phone, this, then the third. So I had to kind of like try to regain access to different accounts and stuff again. So I just ultimately made a new Instagram because I don't feel like trying to get into the old one. And then everything else is fine. My TikTok is the same for now. So that's why I decided to redo the whole thing and then also just kind of like show how I did it. So that's killing 2 birds with 1 stone. But yeah, I didn't want it to say, oh, this is my Instagram, like a couple months ago, and then kind of like put in my banner or my description a different one, so then people can't really figure out what's going on. But a lot was going on. So here's the final pieces. Of the project.
Some vacation time. You and your girlfriend, too bad mind. Bad when you're both.
And during this part, I tried to like bricklayer it a little bit, not really, just so it don't feel like Kodak strips, you know. I just wanted it to feel like it's like what it's supposed to be, like a wallpaper or something. And I made sure to not forget the part that I worked on that is required for me. Yeah. So pretty much to make a YouTube cover, if you're really serious about YouTube, all you really need is like, your socials, and then whatever you feel like putting. Yeah, but just try to keep it like simple. Find your style.
Right now we're just taking time. All the things are on your mind. They ain't one bad when I treat you right. I don't care how you look so nice. Crying at night, you're rude. Want me to feel like I'm new. Want me to watch you do. Don't get you look so nice, being not nice, you're rude. Look what you
So you can see the old one I had. Pretty similar, but I decided to clearly redo it, and I like the one that I did now versus before. But thank you for watching, and I will try to stay consistent from this point on.